In this video, I'm going to show you how to knit the waffle stitch. For materials, I have some worsted weight yarn and a set of US 8 5mm needles. I'm going to be knitting continental style, which means I hold my working yarn in my left hand. The stitches and techniques that you'll need to know ahead of time are how to do a cast on, a knit stitch, and a purl stitch. Let's get started. For the cast on, we need multiples of 3 plus 1. So when we're talking about multiples, that means any number times 3. So I'm going to take 8 times 3, which gives me 24, and then we're going to add that 1 on to the end, which gives me a total cast on of 25. Now I like to use a long tail cast on when I'm making my swatches. You can use whatever cast on method that you like. And just to save some time in this video, if you like, go ahead and pause and continue with your cast on, and I'll meet you back here for row 1. All right, my cast on is complete. It's time to start row 1, and this is the right side of our work. Bringing my yarn to the back here, we're going to begin our row with a knit 1. And then the pattern repeat after that is to purl 2, knit 1 to the end of the row. So I'm going to bring my yarn back to the front. I purl the next 2 stitches, and then bring my yarn to the back again and knit the next one. And you're just going to repeat that to the end of the row. So we'll do a couple more here with you together. Purl 2, yarn to the back, knit 1, yarn to the front, purl 2, and yarn to the back, knit 1. And you're just going to repeat that purl 2, knit 1 to the end of the row. All right, I'm flipping my work over for row 2, and this is going to be a wrong side row. We're basically going to do the opposite of what we did in row 1. So we're going to start with our yarn in the front this time. We're going to begin with a purl 1. And then the pattern repeat after that is to knit 2, purl 1. So yarn in the back, going to knit 2, and then bring the yarn forward for a purl 1. Yarn in back, knit 2, yarn forward, purl 1. So you'll just repeat that knit 2, purl 1 to the end of the row. Row number 3, we're back to the right side of the work again. Now we're going to get a little break from all of those alternating knits and purls. This row is all knits. So from the first stitch to the last, we're just going to knit all the way across. Row 4 is our final row in the pattern repeats, and this is also a wrong side row. We're just going to bring our yarn to the front, and we're going to purl across this entire row. So if you're fairly new to knitting, or if you haven't done a lot of purling, this is a great row to exercise those purls and gain that muscle memory for the purl stitch. Then after you've finished row 4, you're just going to repeat rows 1 through 4 until you have the length that you want. So I'm going to go ahead and do a few more repeats off camera, and I'll show you what this swatch looks like when I'm finished. Here is our swatch after 3 more repeats. So I have 4 repeats total, or 16 rows. Now you may see some different variations of this stitch out there. It's not always a knit 1, purl 2. You may see knit 1, purl 3. You may even see like a half and half type thing where you've got 2 knits, 2 purls, or even 2 knits, 3 purls. There's different variations of this stitch out there, so I encourage you to try different numbers to see what you like. This is also very helpful if you're trying to fit a certain stitch pattern or certain number repeat into a pattern. So if, let's say you need multiples of 4 instead of 3, you can kind of fudge those numbers and move them around a little bit. I think it's just really important to keep those 2 rows of stockinette, which is the knit on the front all the way across and the purl on the back. That just really helps give this stitch some dimension and texture. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with all of your knitting friends. Also be sure to subscribe to my channel for more knitting tutorials.